My name is Ravi. Welcome to the channel where we discuss about Power BI real-time question and answer, Azure Data Factory question and answer, and SQL related interview question and answer. So today's topic is on Azure Data Factory side, where in all the project, if you're working on real-time project, so this question from there, once you store your file, right? Which method you can use to store your file format? So ideal way to store the file name and that the date, particular date you're looking for. So that's a one scenario where you would have a folder, right? In the folder, if you identify for which month or which year you're looking for the data, that could be very ideal way on the real-time scenario, right? Suppose you have a project and you take data from a source file, might be Oracle, SQL, or any ERP system, SAP for HANA. So once you load your file, you would have some date time extension, means you cannot do the duplications, or you can store a particular date file or month folder, right? So this is a very important interview question, prospective question and answer. If you watch the video till the end, I am going to discuss about how to store a file on a particular year, then particular month, and the particular I'm going to contain on file name. Okay, so suppose I'll take example of today date. Today is 12th of April 2024. So I am taking that date as my today's date, and I will store the file of from the SQL and jump dump those data into my blob storage. And I'm going to discuss about normal file first, then I'll format it as per your demand. Okay, so you will understand what I'm trying to say. So if you're new to the channel and you are interested on Azure Data Factory's real-time scenario are going to attend, so please watch my all the playlist of Azure Data Factory. I'm sure you will get those questions which being asked these days, and my content very latest one. And if you think you attended an interview and those questions not being answered and you find some difficulties to be answered, please comment on the chat, comment on those questions. I'll try to answer if I am going through that real time scenario, and I'll give the POC on my channel. Okay, so let me discuss about what I'm going to do into notepad first. Okay, let me open the notepad. So in the notepad, you can see I have a container, any container you can see, and suppose I have folder. Okay, folder means what folder you have. So I wanted to folder to be my year first. Okay, and in the year, suppose this is in the year I wanted to be a particular month. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let me do that one. So I have month and year in the same folder, and then I have file name, where file name is this, and I have a date. Then I have format called CSV. Okay, that is my whole POC for today. So I hope you understand what is the agenda of today. So we are taking data from SQL Server, any of the table, and dump into blob location. Firstly, I store the file on particular file name, then the date. Then I will try to invoke those particular format into my folder structure. Okay, so month means I have 1 month and I have 30 or 20 days based on how many files we receive. We'll store into file name and date format. So once you try to retrieve the data, you will do it easy way. Okay, so let me jump into SQL first. I'll show you the data. So this is my table, employee table, where I have 60 rows, you can see. Okay, I'll take this data and I'll store where I'll store into my blob location. Let me go to blob location. So this is my blob location. POC 11. I am just doing POC. I'll open the blob location. Okay, you understand the question, right? So it will be easy for you to answer in front of interview. Okay, so let me see the date POC. You can see in the date POC is blank as of now. Let me directly jump into Azure Data Factory. Okay, let me go to the Azure Data Factory scenario. Let me build one pipeline. Okay, so this pipeline name would be, can you suggest this one? It should be date POC activity. Okay, this is my generic file name. So for that, I am going to use the activity called copy, because this is simple activity for me, where I'll take data from SQL and I will store into blob. So source I already created, means the link services I have referring, I have created for blob and I created for the SQL as well. So I am going to use simple one, any other SQL one. Okay, and the query I have referred, I'll use same query. Okay, I hope you following me. There is no confusion. So there is a called option called source. Okay, SQL source. Okay, so I am going to use a query. You can see the query option is there. I'll paste the query and just preview the data so I can understand I am getting same set of data where the employee data table being is reside. Okay, so you can see I have ID, I have first name, I have last name, and gender and salary. This is a five column I do have. Okay, means I'm able to read data from SQL. My first step. Second step to read the. Let me create for that blob, right? Because I have created date POC is a new, right? New folder structure. So let me give the folder name for now, date POC. This folder is blank. Please keep in mind. So for that, I have just given the file path. Okay, directory and file name is blank. I'll make it blank as of now. I'll edit later. Okay, one by one, I'll show you all the use cases. Okay, and I'll do one thing. I'll delete some data because why? Because this one might take longer time. 60 data. Let me try that. Okay, so here how we do that in open setting. I have let me open that and let me do the file format first. So what is the requirement? The file name coming from the table. So my table name would be the employee one, correct? And if you not give any file name here, it will take a random, no, tam blah 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 some activity ID or pipeline ID. Okay, so I don't want that. I just want to use a concurrent function just like simple we have. Okay, and what I'll do, I'll simply use the file name employee, correct? And second option, I'll use UTC now. For being, I'm using today's date. Okay, any issues on that? No issues, correct? And what I wanted, I want to concatenate with .csv, right? Underscore dot with single quote, correct? With CSV. Okay, let me close the parenthesis. So what is my file format here? I want employee underscore, then I will add today's now because it is a UTC now. Okay, this is my today's date I'm referring. And after this date, I will do underscore and the CSV format. Okay, makes sense. Let me uh, debug it, directly debug it. So you understood what I have done as of now. I'll take data from SQL. That's quite simple. I just use a link services where I am connected to Azure SQL. I mentioned that. And later on, I just use a copy activity where I pointed to blob location. In the blob location, I am keeping the name of employee underscore today's date. Today's date is a 12th of April 2024 and time would be 15.75. It will convert to UTC because I am doing UTC one. So that the case. Okay. So don't check with my system date time because Azure machine is configured for UTC time. So I hope understand it will take little bit time because it will read data from SQL. It's depend on you how much bandwidth I have, how much is Azure going to provide me. So I hope you understand this part. And this is a one part. I am just giving this one. I might need to load the previous month data. Suppose you're loading data on monthly basis. How you specify the date, right? So I will twist and tweak. I will use some tips here with UTC now. I'll go previous month and I'll give the date. And one more part I will going to discuss about. I will give the folder name here. Okay. So let me refresh. It will generate some files or not. Let me refresh here. So sometime it will take time because of bandwidth we can't do here. So because this is a free subscription, we are using it here. Okay. Yep. So now if you see my job got completed and you can see the status of my code copy activity. Let me go to the Azure portal and refresh it and you will see the timestamp and the file name. Okay. So now you understand, right? What I have employee, what I mentioned, then I have a complete timestamp, date plus time, then millisecond and that CSV format, right? This is my first part. Now if I wanted only, month here, okay, and I wanted the folder being created. So what I'll do, I'll again go to the sync option. I'll open the sync, and now what I'll do in the directory I want means I want to create a folder here. Okay, so what data I wanted? I use a UTC now. UTC now is simple. as you know, it will give me, date and time completed. Okay, now what I wanted to go for previous month. Okay, obviously if I loading for this month data would be previous month, right? Let's take that example. So now what I want start of the month. Let me see if I have function. Okay, let me search it. Start of month. So let me see. Yeah, start of month I wanted. Now in the start of month, it will what it'll go. I'll give you example. Okay, this is some error. Okay, so suppose I am in a March. So for me, what is the start of month? First March, correct? Now I'll do one thing. I'll add days. This is a function also because I want to go back, right? I want to go back here. Okay, so add days means this will give me first March, and I using added I am doing -1 means 31st of what means March means April, right? I was in April. It will give me March, the 31st of March, right? Now I want to make a format here, right? So what I'll do this one. I want month and year, right? So this is I wanted for folder structure. Okay. So let me repeat that. I using UTC now. It will give today's date. Today is of 12th April, and it will give me start of month. It will give me 1st of April. Then I'm going back 1 month, 1 day, and then I'm doing a format of means month 03 for March and year 2024. This is my first part. Let me give you format of file format. What I wanted is not required. So I want to do one thing here. I wanted to do same thing. Okay. So I'll just copy paste here because this is for me same, right? Okay. So I'll just replace this code. Okay. What happened? This okay, bracket. Okay. And this one is fine. This one is fine, and this is also fine. But I want date, right? In the file format, I will do dd. Okay. So let me validate my code. So I'll show you one more time what I am doing. So this code I employ from the table I'm fetching. Okay. Add days. What it will do? It will do the format of me. This code means today's date, 1st March, 1st April, then 31st May. 31st May, I'll take format of 31st May of whole date, and end of the day, I'm just having CSV format. Quite simple. Let me run this code. If it, do we have any error? I'll see if any errors comes up. If you see my job got completed, okay, successful. Let me go back and to ADLS location, blob location, and refresh it. So you can see I got a folder, okay, 0324 because I went back for previous month, right? And inside that I have file which have today's timestamp, previous month, end of month timestamp. So right, suppose suppose you have this month I have 30 files, 31 files, and February I have 29 files, and January I have 31 files. So the structuring of the folder really play crucial role to identify your files, right? How many files you have. And now suppose I have file I want to load do the further activity to load into warehouses or and the system. So it will be easy, right? You will get today's file, right? You can do make get related activities and find the latest file and run the further steps. So this is a very crucial interview question. You would understand how to play with the dates and all. You can do anything in the dates now, right? I given the ideas, and you will put those ideas into your interview perspective. You have this requirement, and you have done that. Okay, yeah. And if you know the channel, please let me know. If there's any question, please see and let me know. Yeah, please subscribe channel. And if you have any question, please subscribe channel. And if you face any question, let me know. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.